So I just want to switch to something you have been saying on AI and adoption of AI. We're in the middle of the result season. We're tracking what Indian IT companies are doing. And there is a lament that India has been left behind in AI. I want to get your view, and you speak unvarnished on these things. On what do you think has been the performance of Indian IT companies in this aspect? Do you think that we've been behind the curve in innovation when it comes to AI, and can we get back on track?
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to just talk about AI alone. AI is built on a foundation of a lot of other things. For example, even if we build AI software, the GPUs that AI runs on and the very silicon, all of that has to be built here because China has built it. China now has not only AI, but also the silicon that AI runs on. They have made a very good GPU chip for it. So, and none of these, these are all foundational things, whether GPU, CPU, silicon fabs, all of this. And we have only started focusing on it in the last few years, and progress is happening. We have actually invested in GPU early startups that are thinking about things like GPUs. We have invested in them, but it will take a while for all these efforts to bear fruit. The fab will roll out, and we have actually silicon, chip design companies, fabless companies that will use that fab, the ones the Tata Group is building in Gujarat. So a lot of that has to happen. And now let's come to the AI, because AI sits on top of all that foundation. And the good news today is there's a lot of open models that are available, smaller models. So for us, we can solve specific problems like translation or captioning, closed captioning, all of those problems without necessarily the giant big models, but much more smaller models. That's what, in fact, Zoho's own Zia AI, the Zoho Intelligent Agent, as we call it, has been focused on the smaller models, smaller focused purpose-specific models, so that we can solve specific problems relatively affordably in terms of computations and energy cost. And today, that's the one big problem with the big AI models is the amount of energy required.
Yeah.
They are building gigawatt class data power stations in order to supply energy for these GPU clusters. That's not possible in India. We just don't have that level of energy access, nor do we have the capital. And do we want to pour all that capital into this? Would we rather spend on infrastructure our rural citizens need, or water, all of those systems, or would we put on AI data centers? It's a very legitimate question, right? So that's why I think that I wouldn't want to, and also to an extent, I think American companies are losing their head investing in this trillions of dollars in this. I don't fundamentally believe that all of this is going to pan out. There's definitely an investment bubble. As opposed to AI as a technology, which I believe in, the investment bubble, I don't believe in. The pouring trillions into it. And this has happened before. E-commerce, dot-coms, they were all foundationally good, fiber optics. But the bubble created an investment boom that will lead to a bust. I believe AI is set up for the same thing right now.
So the investment bubble in AI is something you're cautioning about, but in terms of the core services or the core product, you think that there's no real need for FOMO from an Indian perspective? Because there is FOMO. There is this, a question that, are we behind the curve? What did we really make in this whole AI revolution? Where do we stand?
Yeah. We have really good AI research going on in many places. IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, that I am aware of. Very good researchers working on it. So I'm actually confident all of these will come to fruition. We are working with some of these groups. We also have our own Zoho labs working on these. So, and we actually, I am personally involved in some R&D efforts. I'm actually seeing very good things in the lab. So I am not very worried that we are going to be way behind or something in AI.